Today we're just outside Salisbury, a place called Old Sarum. It's a 5,000-year-old hill fort. The castle in front of you, we're not going in there today, we've no time. It's only a small car park and it's free, so if you're going to do this walk, I suggest you get here early. Just at the end of the car park, you've got toilets and that. We're going to walk to Lower Woodford, make our way to Salisbury Cathedral and back to Old Sarum and make it around. It's hard to believe that all this was dug by hand 5,000 years ago. This is another new walk for us today, so you'll have to be patient. We're making our way back out to the entrance towards the farm to pick up the walk. As we make our way to the entrance, we thought we'd just show you the middle of the ramparts there, look. So we walk 50 feet past the lower rampart and turn left through the little gates. We've just headed forward. Can you see that calf there, look, feeding off the cow? It's just, that's great, is that? She's had enough. And I'm not really being brave 6 foot from a bull because we've got a fence in between. We've got the bull, 2 calves and the mother there. Just behind you've got the ramparts. Well, we best keep going because she's still feeding. Best keep going because we've a lot to do. So we're heading forward now towards Lower Woodford. We're at the road now. We just crossed straight over, following the track in front. We think we've got a bird of prey here. It is a bird of prey. I'm pretty sure it is, Janice. Look at this. Look here. That's a bird of prey on this stack of straw there. He's about 150 feet away. Yeah, we're pretty sure that is. That's the end of my range anyway, I can't go no further. Well, we'll keep going. We'll just give you a quick shot of the left-hand side as we walk down the track. Janice has gone to see if she can get a closer shot of it before it flies off. We'll keep going. As we make our way up this tiny hill, we turn round and take a shot of Old Sarum Hill Fort, far side of the house, just to give you an idea of how big that is. We just keep heading forward along the track. You're walking with a taxi driver today. We're still heading forward down the track, slightly downhill. Heading towards Keeper's Cottage. Well, what a beautiful building. Keeper's Cottage. We just pass on the right-hand side, walking uphill. Just as we get level with Keeper's Cottage, we look to our left and look at these sunflowers. We think that's great, so let's have a quick look. We're just walking up the hill past Keeper's Cottage. Butterfly right on the path. We think we've got one eating here. He's just on top of the telegraph pole, a buzzard. You can see him tugging away at summer. He's there, look, like wiping his beak on end of thing, but I think that's a crow. I do, honestly.
That's a crow?
I think it is, yeah. That is. It is. You can tell by its beak. We're still walking up the track. That's the view to our left-hand side. We just keep heading forward through the tiny wood. We see a gate in front of us. We turn left there, keeping just inside the woodland, heading forward, slightly downhill. towards Salterton Farm and Lower Woodford. We see a load of like little tiny red berries on end of stems round the base of this tree. We don't know what they are, but looks pretty good, so we take a shot. We're steadily making our way downhill now. As you head down through the trees, within a short way, the fielding that opens up on the left-hand side. You can see the path on the right where we were walking. Beautiful place. With a lot more to see, so we'll keep going. As we make our way downhill, we're passing these little tiny archways of ivy. We're going through the centre of it. We hear this thud and the crab apples that are falling onto the floor. There's a fair few on the floor if we look. As you head downhill, you'll come to an old farm. We turn left there, walk down the road 100 feet and then turn immediate right. As we turned right, we pass the post box on our left. As we walk forward, we cross over the bridge and we see we've got a fisherman there. Within another minute, we cross over another little bridge, head forward towards the road, turn right. And then within 100 feet, we turn left down the side of the wall. Just walk uphill 3 or 4 minutes till you come to a farm. We turn left there. Through the gate. We just keep heading straight forward now. We'll just give you a little shot to the right. Absolutely fantastic countryside. Weather's absolutely glorious. Great day to be walking, it really is. It's a warm day today and we've got half a dozen rams here, look, just keeping in the shade. And there's the setting. That's looking to our left. And then we look to our right-hand side and, you know, a lot of these sheep are just keeping cool in the shade, just on the edge of the sunshine. And in the back, we've got a couple of horses. Beautiful, beautiful countryside this. Really is. We're heading towards Salisbury Cathedral now. We've a lot to do, so we'll keep going. We've come out from under the trees into the brilliant sunshine. As you're walking forward, keep looking to your left-hand side. There's our post. We go through the hedge and turn right, walking up the road. We're walking up the road so we can walk by the Avon to make our way towards the cathedral in Salisbury. This will only be a short section. We'll be back to you. We're heading towards Avon Farm now. That's the view to our left-hand side. We're just at Avon Farm cottages. Another 5 minutes we'll be at Avon Farm. We're still walking down the road. As we walk along, there's a tiny little bit of a pull-in. We look to our left and there's Old Sarum there, look, from the other side. We've walked for about 15 minutes down the road. We've come to Avon Farm. We're walking straight through it. But if you want to take a shortcut back to Old Sarum, just keep following the road. But we're heading straight on. So you'll come out at the back of the buildings. Just keep heading straight forward. We're just going to stop now for a cup of tea. We're slowly making our way towards the River Avon and then on to Salisbury Cathedral. We're just making our way through an archway of trees. We've got a little seat below and a helicopter above. We'll be coming out into daylight in a minute, we think. We keep getting glimpses of the river through the trees on our left-hand side, but as the sunlight shines through the leaves. It's absolutely beautiful walking through this bit. We just walk forward another 100 feet. The hedge disappears. Look at that on the skyline. That's where we're heading, Salisbury Cathedral. We see a bridge to our left-hand side, so we walk down and take a look. And there's the other side. We're going to make our way back up onto the path now and just keep heading forward. We've left the bridge, we're back on the path now, heading towards the cathedral. As you're walking down along straight, you've got your cathedral in front of you. And a gate on the left-hand side. We turn left there. We hope it comes out near the river. We're going to go and have a look. We're walking through what looks like flower meadows. We're walking along the side of the river now, heading forward. We seem to have a few people about. He's got it. There seems to be plenty of fish in the river. We can see the tiny shoals as we're looking across. Can you see that? Look at the cygnets. You can see the necks under the water. There's 3 of them there. The male swan's just there. We don't. Well, there is another one. We can't quite see it on our picture though. Wow, this is great. Is this? They don't seem bothered. We're only about 15 feet away. Look at that. See his neck. Look, he's underwater there on the weed. Well, I think we'll leave that for now. They were great shots for them. It's certainly a beautiful setting down on this River Avon, it really is. Couple of ducks and a swan there. In fact, we've got 3 or 4 more ducks on our left-hand side. There he goes, right in front of me. Bit of weed, back up. And there we think we've got a little dab chick there, look. We're about 15 feet away. There's like a boardwalk and we're just there. Well, we don't know what this is, keep coming up and down. He's there, look. We don't know what that is, never seen nothing like that before. He's down. He's up again. Down again, we'll leave it, we've got to keep going. As we've just shown you, there's plenty of wildlife down here. They were shot in the last 3 or 4 minutes, them pictures we've just shown you. The path opens out into like a park area. We take a quick shot. We've got 4 ducks, 5 cygnets and a swan there. We keep going, cross over a tiny bridge. We make our way towards the road and cross straight over, heading towards the cathedral. So we're just heading forward now under the road bridge and under the railway bridge. We're just at the other side of the bridge now, looking to our left-hand side.
I've asked you to, though.
We've just got a little dab chick there, just eating a tiny bit of weed. Well, we'll leave that for now. Just down below me we've got a weir and a spider dangling above it. We walk by the bus park and the car parks. Signpost says Cathedral, just keep heading forward. And you've toilets and that there. We just keep following the river, we can see the spire in front of us there, look. We walk past the mill public house on our right hand side. We're still heading forward, we're not far off it now. Just head forward onto the road, turn left and then first right and you'll see it in front of you. Well, that's about as far back as I can get, I can't quite get the top. So we'll have to do this in two lots. That's the front, that's the bottom half, or the support for the spire, and there's the spire. And we think that's the front, the other shot I gave you was the side. Just up a bit, just to get the spire, or the little spires. And as you can see with the trees in the way, and wall behind us, we just can't get back any further. But as you can see, there's plenty of carving, probably of saints or knights or whatever from the day. Right, well, we'll leave it. We've got to head back towards Old Sarum now. We're heading back towards the park, following the same route, under the railway line, under the road bridge. So we're just heading back through the archway and then turning left. So we make our way back along the Riverside Walk, past the bus station again. So we've just crossed under the rail and road bridge. We're heading forward now to the park. And as you can see, we've got swans, ducks, and I don't know what that is up there. I think it's a dab chick. Let's have a look. We're just this side of the park, about 100 yards away. There's the view. We're just going to cross over the road into the park now. So we've made our way to the park. We cross over the bridge, turning right where them people are, heading towards Old Sarum. That's just a mile away. Cross over the bridge and turn immediate left. Walking forward with the river on your left-hand side. We pass the leisure centre on our right. Another half an hour and we should be at Old Sarum. As you can see, we're walking pretty close to the river. We just keep heading forward. As we walk along, we've got like orangey coloured berries and then darker red ones in the background. It's quite nice, is this bit of walk as well. We keep going. We just keep heading forward. We make our way up to the cycle track and then turn left. We go by the side of the allotments heading forward. We make it towards the road and then turn right. We walk forward a couple hundred yards till we see a thatched house. We cross over the road and head straight forward on the gravel track between the trees. So we just keep heading forward. We're just walking just slightly uphill. We're not far off. As we make our way more or less to the top of the hill, the path splits into two. We turn off left. We make our way to the end of the field and then turn left. We're up on the ramparts of Old Sarum now, looking back towards Salisbury Cathedral. This is just to give you a rough idea of the ramparts. As you can see, even today, the ramparts are pretty steep. So we're just following the path round the outside. Admiring the views. We're about halfway round now. There's the view to the left. We see there's a crossing to our right hand side over the big ditch, so we think that leads towards the Norman castle, so we're going to turn right and go up there and have a look. As you cross the ditch and turn left, you'll come out into a lawned area. Just in front of you, you've got the remains of a cathedral. We walk forward and take a closer look at the ruins on our left hand side. We walk forward and we see the base of a building in front of us. There's no sign to say what it is, but it looks pretty good. And if we look to our right, we can see the remains of some of the old castle there, look. That's what Old Sarum looked like 5,000 years ago. Over the years it's changed. There's a little plaque here showing you that, so we'll show you. That's 3000 BC. That's 1500 BC, the Bronze Age. There's the Iron Age, just before the Romans entered Britain in 43 AD. There's the Iron Age gatehouse. That's what it looked like when the Romans arrived. And that's the Anglo-Saxons. Britain ceased to be part of the Roman Empire. This is how the cathedral may have looked in 1135. It was the creation of Bishop Roger. 100 years later, a new cathedral was built in Salisbury, and this one was abandoned. William the Conqueror inherited Old Sarum from the last Saxon king of England. In 1086, the barons kneeled before him and pledged their loyalty. If the oath is accepted, the king will clasp his hands around those of the baron. The gesture, witnessed by the bishop and all the other barons, will seal the contract. Well, this has been another new walk for us, from Old Sarum to Salisbury Cathedral round. We hope you've enjoyed our walk. You've been walking with the taxi driver today.